Hi, and welcome to another edition of The One Team We Agree On. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Kyle.
And we have a great episode for you today.
Yes, so we were not planning on recording today because we had a long week of getting caught up with Wise States, but you have some things to share from this past weekend's match with Orlando City. So
I do.
Yeah, and we just want to have a little conversation, get ready for tomorrow. So before we get started, what are you wearing today?
Well, okay, so today, as I've mentioned before, I'm a teacher. And today we happen to be able to dress casually and wear, whatever. So I actually wore this to school today, the new kit. So sported that today. And the great thing was, even yesterday. So yesterday was my first day back at my current building, which some of you might have seen on Twitter. And so I switched buildings during the year. And the kids come in off the buses. One of my students who's diehard Union fan comes in, finds me, and he's wearing Union, of course. And then I saw another kid wearing Union that made me happy. So shout out to my students who are Union fans. I doubt they listen to this, and that's okay. So that was cool. But yeah, so I had to definitely sport this new kit today, and I was thinking of wearing Phillies, but no, I went Union because Phillies ticked me off yesterday. So
Yeah, they didn't do much better than the Giants. The Giants got destroyed 5-0 by the Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, Nola wasn't the only big pitcher that got lit up yesterday, and there's 161 games to go, so I'm not sweating it like some people are, flying off the handle. But
Yeah,
what are you wearing?
I am wearing the Sons of Ben supporter shield t-shirt. I really like this t-shirt. I love the color.
Nice t-shirt.
And it's comfortable. But no, I just wanted to wear something I haven't worn in a while. But before we get started, if you're following us on Spotify or YouTube, make sure to subscribe. We'd love, if you like the episode, subscribe. But even better, leave a comment. We love interacting with you guys on Twitter and on YouTube. And also, every episode, I usually post a question on the Spotify. So if you're listening on Spotify, I ask a question usually in relation to today's episode. So love to hear your thoughts on, what the question is today. I guess my question is honestly, how concerned are we with now 3 losses, 2 wins, 5 games into the season? CCL going strong. So leave a comment. Love to hear from you. And you can interact with us on Twitter at TOTWAG, One Team We Agree On, and on Facebook and Instagram at the One Team We Agree On, all one word. Again, I've been seeing a lot of people have been checking our Facebook page, so that's awesome. So anyway, we were not at the game last Saturday.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We didn't have our lucky jerseys there.
We weren't there with our lucky jerseys, so I apologize if that's why we lost. So
but Dylan and his dad were, so I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and sorry about the performance. You did not look good starting out that match, and it cost them. So you have some things that you really want to get off your chest about this game.
Well, so we were watching that game from West Virginia. We had a swim meet at WVU, so we were watching from the hotel room there. Yeah, it was just it was frustrating. Like I was about to lose my crap. Like that first goal was bad enough. And then the second one was kind of soul crushing,
It was, especially like 10 minutes in. We're down 2-0, 10 minutes in. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, I definitely said some things. I try to keep this family friendly here, so I won't say what I was saying because it was not ladylike language.
No, it wasn't. But I mean, like, it is frustrating right now, for sure. I think, there is a lot of, mixing up the line because of the international duties.
Hmm.
Uh, Ben Dixon goal, and we'll get to that in a second. But I also just felt like right away there was no communication on the defense.
No, they were not clicking.
Well, it wasn't
I
even they
mean,
weren't clicking, they were getting caught. They were literally getting caught. It looked like twice on those counters. They were just standing there.
yeah.
And then if you look at some of, I think Kevin had a breakdown. I know Todd did on his YouTube
Mhm.
channel now. Um, I mean, the thing that stuck for me was like, I think it was the first goal. Jack Elliott's looking over on the other side
Yeah.
of the field. And that was one of the things when we were watching, I noticed, I'm like, what? Those two are
Yeah.
not communicating at all. And Kai's and then Flock was out of position. It was just,
Yeah, here's my thing. Like, because I'm, going into something, okay, well, we have our defense intact for the most part,
yeah,
Like, I mean, I thought, okay, they can hold up, and Joe will be serviceable,
right.
and hopefully like before, not even let it get back to him too much. Like, in the games that we won with him in goal, we really didn't even let him see the ball much.
No, we didn't.
And I thought, okay, we should be in good shape. I think we'll be okay, and we've got good depth. And then we laid a freaking egg. Um, I mean, it was disappointing. I feel like, we've had slow starts so far, and in the past we've come out, you know, really aggressive. We've had really good first, halves of the game. And
Hmm.
remember all the games where we'd score in like the first half and then we just like didn't score sometimes,
Right.
or we'd score early on. And, I mean, I don't want to keep comparing to like last year because it's a new year and it is what it is. But it's just when we're kind of spoiled and used to that, we want to see, them come out and be aggressive. And just that first goal was so fast. It's like, oh my God, we just got scored on already. Like, what the heck? Like they just got caught flat-footed there. It was just not good. And um just really frankly disappointing. I mean, I will say the good thing is, of course, we didn't allow anything after that because I was worried, oh my God, how's this gonna
Well,
go?
and especially because they kept countering us. Like they kept
Yeah.
breaking down, and then we get the ball down, turn it over, and then here they come again on attack. And so they kept, putting on shots. And I think
Hmm.
for us, we did have some players, trying, you know, I mean, Chris Donovan and Ua Top were
Hmm.
not really effective. I really think the only really effective player that in this game was Andres Perea,
Yeah.
and
He was the bright spot for
he was
sure.
great.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that was like the big bright spot for me in the game was the fact that Perea was, really good.
So I mean, there was that, and I just felt like we definitely were not. I wouldn't say we were not trying. We definitely were
Hmm.
trying, especially like once we got that goal, Perea got that goal, we kind of got our energy back, and we
Like we were
started pushing.
making shots on,
But
we just couldn't get the ball in the goal.
I mean, their goal backup keeper,
Credit to their goalie. I mean,
he
yeah,
made some nice
he
plays,
did.
but at the end of the day, it's a 2-1 defeat, and you just sit there going, okay, what was that? I mean, yeah, we lost our streak, which interestingly enough, the last time we lost at home 1-0 to New England was during an international break.
Also interesting was when we lost to them in the Open Cup, it was a score of 2-1.
It was
And you know who scored that one goal?
on
Stuart
Stupid.
Finley.
Oh yes.
Yes. Shout
Yes,
out
Prey
Stu.
also had, I think, a goal for them when he was playing for Orlando City. But
Yeah.
anyway, um, so I think there's one thing for me is when I look at this, yeah, I see a lot like the defense definitely let us down.
Mhm.
But how good is Andre Blake at bailing us out in those situations? Because we saw
Mhm.
what happened when we were up 2-1 with blue lead against, Montreal. We lose 3-2. And say what you want about Joe. Again, he's serviceable. He maybe one.
He's a good backup.
He is. I mean, there may be one or two teams you really don't want to lay him out, and that's why we're seeing that. But I mean, it goes again. how good is covering up these mistakes? Because you would have to imagine maybe Blake covers up one of these. I don't know. We're not going to play shoulda, coulda, woulda Monday morning quarterback, but with all these goals that we've given up, I do wonder how many of these Andre Club covers up.
Well, I think some of it is the fact that, yeah, he's probably got a better chance at some of those, but also, I feel like he directs them really well back there too,
I
like,
think
I
the
think that's
communication,
the communication is definitely missing. I mean, nothing against Joe, but just Andre is so good.
Yes, he is. And so I think, you heard Jim say Andre's back. All signs are pointing to he starts against KC tomorrow. I guess my question is, he's got a groin injury. And as a coach, I've dealt with different sport, but groin injuries, especially with my breaststrokers, and those things can heal up, but they never fully heal. And then you bring them back, and I had this happen to two of them. They come back, they're cleared, everybody's looking good. Yeah, we're building them back up, and then boom, they re-aggravate it, and now we got Atlas coming up. If he's ready, do you start him or do you rest him till Tuesday? I mean, that is a conundrum right there. Personally, if he's 100%, like legitimately 100%, then fine.
Yeah.
Go start him. If that thing is healed up, like Jim says, he's a fast healer, then start him.
Do you think do you think that he's not 100%? Do you
I
think they're going to
don't,
actually bring him back in if he's not?
I think if he wants to go and he's 95%,
I think he's going to want to
yeah,
go
exactly.
in. Yeah.
And my concern is, yeah, but then you re-aggravate it again. And I think the funny thing with groins is you could be going for 2 weeks and it re-aggravates. So where are we with that? I mean, I think we need him back. I think if he's 100%, you start him. If he's 99.9% ready and there's still that small chance, you hold him out till Tuesday. That's just my 2 cents. But again, that's Jim's curtain, and that's the trainers, and that's, the medical staff. They got to make that decision.
Yeah.
But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, hopefully they make the right decision. And, selfishly, I really hope Andre plays,
We definitely need him back there.
Yeah.
Which brings up, again, this is not a stat show, but I was doing some snooping around because we have 8 goals against us in 5 games. And went back and I looked. So 2019, all right, we gave up first 5 games 6 goals. 2020 you really can't consider because that was a weird year. 2021 you can, because this was when we were in the CCL last. All right, we'd given up 5 goals. Now, to the benefit of the team, we were 1, 2, and 2 at that point. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. Right now we're 2 wins, 3 losses. But we only gave up 5 goals. Last year, of course, we had that hot start. At this time, we had 9 goals, and only we had scored 9. We only gave up 2. And this year we got 8. So take that for what it is. But before Blake went out, we really only had given up 2. There was that own goal against Columbus, but I think Joe and the defense communicating, I think is right on target with that. I think there's some of that, but I also think, defense has got to do better. So, and Jim said that. Another little topic I saw after this game, obviously Mikel was sick, apparently.
Yeah.
That was the thing. How are you feeling about Mikel? Because I feel like there's a lot of high expectations on him.
I feel like, well, first of all, social media was an ugly place after that game. Okay.
It was.
And Mikel was getting a lot of crap. Okay. And, if you didn't know that he was sick, I can understand it for sure.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But, honestly, I mean, respect to him for taking one for the team. And because I think if the other guys were in, he would not have been playing, if the other guys were there.
I think if Julian was there, I think you would have seen him maybe come in late.
Right.
as a sub off the bench. You don't know.
Yeah.
I think some of the things we're seeing. I mean, I will say this: is it justified to have high expectations for your highest paid DP? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think Mikkel would even say he has high expectations for himself. I think Jim would say he has high expectations. In fact, Jim has. I think what you gotta understand though is he's got 2 goals right now in 5 games, and I went back and I looked. So when he was at Bromby, they do something weird where they split the season. They have a fall, then they take a winter break, and then they have like their winter spring season. So he was kind of coming in when they were on their winter break last year. So last year, 2022, 2021, which is when he had 11 goals at front half. Through the first 5 games, guess how many goals he had? 1 goal.
Oh.
2020 to 2021, obviously it was a different year. They had a condensed schedule, kind of like everybody else did. First 5 games when he kind of broke out, won like the scoring title, all that. Guess how many goals he had? 2. And then in the 2 seasons I think it was 18-19 and 19-20. Guess how many goals he had?
How many?
1 each of those seasons through his first 5 games. And I bring this up because I've seen people that were Bromby fans saying, oh, give Mikkel time. He's a slow starter. And he is. You look as the season progresses, kind of like last year with us. He started out slow, scored that goal, and then he got going. Doesn't mean he scores goals every game. I say that to say we should have high expectations for Mikkel.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying this to poo-poo and go, oh, look at these stats. Oh, you guys are crazy. No, we should have high expectations. But what I'm saying is there's context to this. This guy kind of does this. Now, about the 90 minutes. Funny story, last year, before he went and came over to Union, he only played 90 minutes about 4 to 5 times. Now, he was coming out the 80th minute, much different than what he is with Union. But I think some of that's Jim. But part of me goes, okay, where is he fitness wise? You can make all those arguments. I think it's something more with the coaching. I think it's also, there is some credence there. Can he go 90? Maybe he's not a 90-minute guy, but I'm not sitting here to say and try to slam dunk on people that are being critical. What I'm saying is we got to put some context to what I'm seeing here. Now, at the end of the year, if he only has 10 goals, then we can have that discussion.
Yeah.
If he's not really improving much, we can have those discussions then. But I want to see what he does through, halfway through this season and then make that assessment. I think there is some validity. You can definitely be frustrated, but he's still done some things. But I think
that brace he had, we were like, all right, this is definitely
this is where this is what you expect from him. So I say it to say, it's okay to have high expectations because we do. I mean, but let's put some context in because also Danny, outside of PKs, doesn't have any non-goals. So I want to see him get some, non-PK goals,
Yeah, for sure.
And I just think it goes back to what Jim's saying. That the offense is taking time to click. And I do think as the season goes on, we're going to see this. I think the more concerns we got to get that defense better. And I think we're going to see this. I think CCL has some of that with all the roster changes. But also brings up a really good question about striker depth. Because last year at this time, we had Sergio and we had Corey. This year, we really have only Chris Donovan, who, let's be honest, is neither one of them. I'm not going to sit here and slam dunk on Chris Donovan. I think he needs more time. But here's the question. This is
like he was trying. He was trying in that game, but
he needs more time.
He needs more time, yeah.
So this is a question for you, Jillian, and this is from Todd Lewis. And Todd wants to know, do the Union need to bring in another striker this season? With Riasco not getting starts on in the first U2 game, Pierre on loan down U2 for the whole season. Are they fine at the 3 choices right now, or do they need to get an MLS experienced player?
I feel like that's a missing piece right now, to be honest.
I do too. I think you could go get like maybe a nice veteran. I'm
Yeah.
not saying a guy that's gonna come in and do Corey Burke things, but somebody come in off the bench and at least
I feel a Corey Burke size hole right now.
there is a Burke size hole, and I expect Ernst to address it somehow, some way. I think, but I also think they were banking on Riasco. I really do, and I just think he's more raw than they thought. And he's going to take more time. So, I mean, I think to answer your question, I think we need another striker.
Yeah.
Now, I think the smart move would be go find somebody
Hmm.
either through a trade or through, free agents, somebody to bring in that fits what we need
Yeah.
and explore that. So,
Ernst Worker magic.
yeah, I think, but to go back to bow tie this whole game up.
Hmm.
Okay, that's 2 losses,
Hmm.
and now we have Sporting KC coming in. And this is another team that, like Montreal, was, couldn't find the back of the net, was struggling,
Hmm.
offensively, new coach. Then you got Orlando City. They had their backup goalie. They're missing they were missing one of their top strikers,
Hmm.
and they were going through some turmoil. Um, at least from their fans' perspective. And now you got a
Hmm.
Sporting KC team who their coach, Peter Vermees, comes out and says point blank, this really weird quote, by the way. And I don't know if you saw this. This is not a must win game. The only must win games are finals. How do you take that quote? Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of just weird.
it is a weird quote. Like, you're basically saying, oh, I don't care if we lose or draw. This game is just kind of another game. Like, you
I hope
guys.
we put a touchdown up on him.
Oh,
That's
I
all I
do
say.
too. And to be honest,
I think. Do you think we're gonna our team and our fans are gonna come out pissed off? I think on Saturday.
I hope.
I hope everyone comes with a little chip on the shoulder, like bring it. Okay.
I will say I know for a fact the last 5 matchups at home versus Sporting KC, we were 4 wins, 0 draws, and 1 loss. And that one loss, and we have a 3-game. I'm not going to jinx it, but
Yeah,
anyway.
please don't jinx it. You already did that with the press rip
Yeah,
gym. But it's not
but
going to be cold. It's not going to be cold.
it's not going to be cold. It looks
Thank
like it's
goodness.
going to be a sellout. So
Bring it.
I think that brings up what Jimmy King asked you. Do we start Andres Perea over maybe like a Leon Flack or Ali Bedoya in lieu of Atlas coming up? Well, just do we start him because he's played good? Now, Leon was playing the 6, and we'll get to that question in a second. But do we start Perea on Sunday? That means Saturday.
So back when we talked about who we were most excited about with the new players, you remember who I picked?
You pick Perea.
Perea. And I've been impressed with what he's done so far. Okay. He's not disappointed me whatsoever. Again, selfishly, do I want Perea to start tomorrow? Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, should he start against Atlas?
I don't know.
Probably.
I honestly would actually maybe start Perea on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe because Atlas is a good team, and they're gonna have probably 2,000 to 3,000 fans
I'm
there.
leaning towards Perea tomorrow.
You really are gonna need somebody defensively on that left side of the field. I'm fine with either.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling it's gonna be Leon Flock at the 6 now
Mhm.
that Brewer's back. But brings up another point.
Speaking of bro.
Brings up another point, and that is,
Oh.
can we get done with Leon Flock at 6?
Oh.
I mean, Leon has said he doesn't like playing the 6 solo.
Yeah.
He's better at playing with like a Martinez or
Yeah.
a Choo Choo. I think Jim wants to pigeonhole him back there sometimes, but honestly, if we had Brujo, I think Brujo helps. I'm not
Yeah.
saying we win that game, but I definitely think there's another guy.
I feel like for me, I thought that I really felt like him missing last time. Like I really felt I mean, now it would have really helped to have Julian Carranza in there last week for sure. I
Right.
feel like, but yeah, like Brujo, I felt like to me, besides not having like say Andre Blake, We wouldn't have had him anyway. But like, yeah, I really felt like Brujo was really missed.
Yeah, I think for Saturday, it brings up that point, Jimmy. I think you might want to start Brea on Saturday, and then I think you bring Flock on Tuesday. I think also for the Union, this is a must-win game. They gotta get 3
We got
points
to turn the momentum the other direction. We really
because
do.
here's my thing: are you concerned about another home loss with Atlas looming? And the answer for me is it. If we go and leave another stinker, I don't know how that transitions into Tuesday with a team that, yeah, Atlas is down this year, but they're still a good team. And you want to have momentum going into Tuesday.
Exactly. We cannot afford to do 2 home losses.
No, we can't. And the scary thing is with KC is KC at the beginning season wasn't healthy. They're now getting healthy. You know, Russell's back, which is their star player on the wing. They are one of the better teams on shots on target. They're going to be putting shots on net. They can create chances. But, but, you know, they're missing their starting left back, Ben Sweet. He's out with red card. We attack on that side of the field. You know, there's going to be opportunities there for either Harry or Biza, whoever starts. So we got to make the most of those attacking opportunities. Yeah, we get Kranza back. I mean, we got to make the most of it. I mean, with guys like those 3 guys start clicking this weekend. I know I have this game preseason. I had it as a draw. I know, actually, I think I had it as a win, but with I was leaning then. I think I made the change to a draw. I got to go back and check. But either way, I know I think it's at 7 or 8 points right now. We're sitting at 6. We need to kind of get another. I don't think a draw does it, especially if we want to be even. I'm not even worried about the Shield at this point. It's just if we got to stay up in that top 4 with that playoff format. So, yes, this is a nice win. I also think for me, one of the keys is we got to get Danny going. We got to get that attack going. We got to have the communication on the back line. So, I I think we can't afford to go into Atlas with a loss.
No.
So, but anyway, that's kind of a little bit of that. But we will be there.
Yes.
And we're bringing a friend, Todd Albert. He's making his first home game appearance of 2023. So we'll be at the tailgate, and we'll be looking to say hi to everybody. Hopefully it'll be a nice day. The rain will hold off, and we can.
It's supposed to be done earlier in the day.
We can do some break out the ring toss. But
it's not going to be cold.
It's not going to be cold.
It's going to be like 70.
It's going to be a fun night. So if it sounds like it's going to be a great crowd. So if you have not gotten your tailgate tickets, please consider going over, stopping by, checking out the tailgate. It's going to be an awesome time. A lot of energy. Check out the new setup they got going on over there. I'm just excited to get back for this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely need the support. And for tomorrow night, you got to be loud. I mean, regardless of these last 2 matches, I think it's important that as a fan base, we keep the boys knowing that we're there. We love them. We're supporting them. Yeah, we have high expectations, as we said earlier, and we need to.
Yeah.
But understand that we got this game, and then we got to bring it. And that brings up Atlas real quick. I know it's Tuesday at 8:00, but you got to come.
One of my students said they're probably going to that game.
Good, because Atlas is going to be coming. Atlas is going to be there.
They will travel, yes.
They will travel, and if you were there for Club America, you know how many they can travel. Heck, if you were there for Alianza, you saw how many Alianza fans were there. These clubs travel, so make sure you come, check out the environment, because it's going to be a fun time. But really, I think for tomorrow, make sure we're loud and, just bring it, because it's going to be a fun time. So
absolutely.
I think that's all for today. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Again, just
I do have one other thing. Andre Blake sale. They're selling the keeper kit.
Yes, they're selling.
How are you feeling about them selling the goalie jersey?
About damn time.
All right, me too. And I hope it's not just a blue jersey. I hope it's like they sell the green one.
I want the pink one.
Selling a couple different colors.
Yeah, I know that they're not like they're not having his name and number on them. yet, but you can get those printed on then. We actually we have just a blank one from the locker room sale.
Yeah, I was actually
Um,
gonna wear that today and I forgot. I
Missed
should have worn. I
opportunity.
know, right?
What the heck, Kyle?
But anyway, are you gonna? Should we expect a fashion review about this?
Oh, quite possibly.
Yes, we
Yes.
should expect a fashion review. So, yeah, I'm super excited, and they're gonna be in the store, and I apparently they're gonna have lettering later, but I still think you can go to Angelo's Soccer Corner and get the lettering done. Probably cheaper, I would imagine.
Possibly. Yeah.
If anybody out there knows, please let us know. Because I want to get the blue one from I guess it was the locker room sale. I want to get that
Yeah.
one with Blake on it. But anyway, let's go have some fun tomorrow. Everybody listening, if you're driving and listening to this game, bring it tomorrow.
Get
We'll
loud.
be there. I know you guys will be at the river end. I should be around. I'll be around the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that on next episode. But
Yep.
anyway, until next time, I'm Kyle,
I'm Jillian.
and we'll talk to you next time.